Discipline isn't motivation. There's a lot of days I don't feel like going for a run. Today's definitely one of them. Not tired, not injured, I just don't feel like it. And I used to think that was the problem. I used to think if I could just feel more motivated, this would be so much easier. But over time, I realized something interesting. Motivation isn't reliable. Motivation is like a shower. Both are needed daily. Some days it shows up, some days it just doesn't. And if you're just waiting for motivation to show up before you take action, well, you're going to be waiting a long, long time. Because the truth is, motivation doesn't create the action. Action actually creates the motivation. Think about it this way. How many times have you said, I'll start when I feel ready? I know I've said this so many times. I'll start when I feel motivated. I'll start on Monday after the weekend. But Monday comes and nothing really changes. Not because you don't want it, but because you're waiting for a feeling. And that isn't guaranteed to show up. That feeling just doesn't show up out of the blue. And I've been there. There are mornings when I wake up, a lot of mornings actually, and the last thing I want to do is just go for a run. It's just comfortable to stay in bed. It's easy to skip it. And in those moments, motivation isn't there. But guess what? Discipline is. And discipline doesn't care about how you feel. Discipline is the decision to do it anyways. The word discipline comes from a Latin word, decidere, which means to cut off. When you truly decide, you're not just choosing the path, you're cutting off any other options, even when it's inconvenient, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you don't feel ready. And I think this is where a lot of people get stuck. I think they believe the people who are consistent are just more motivated than they are. But that's not it. They just learn to act, without using the motivation. They don't wait to feel motivated. Think about these 3 areas in life. Someone wants to get in shape, but they don't feel motivated to go to the gym. So they wait. Someone wants to improve their finances, but they don't feel motivated to learn or change any of their habits. So they wait. Someone wants to start something new, but they don't feel confident or ready. So they wait. And waiting becomes the habit. But if you just stopped waiting, what if you acted first and then let the motivation catch up later? Because that's what I'm learning right now. Every time I lace up my shoes and go for a run, trust me, I don't always feel motivated. But once I start, there's something that shifts. The run gets a little easier. My mindset changes a little bit. And by the end of it, I'm glad I showed up. Not because I always feel like it, but because I did it anyways. And that's what really builds momentum. It's not motivation. The secret sauce is action. So maybe the goal isn't just to feel motivated. Maybe the goal is to build discipline and to become someone who follows through on their commitments. If you say something, then do it, regardless of how you feel. So here's the question I'll leave with you today. What's something that you've been waiting to feel motivated to do? Everyone has that something. Everyone has that little voice inside the waiting that you could just start today, because you don't need to feel ready. Messy action is better than no action. You just need to take that first step. Step 1, showing up. Step 2, keep showing up.